Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, and welcome to season 3 of Come Iftar with me. My name is Chef Hapsy Ibrahim, and you're going to be on a delicious journey with me. So for this Nigerian-inspired dish, I'm using my lamb, I'm using some fresh thyme, I'm using cardamom, I'm using some chicken spices, I'm using some kowas, coriander, and look at what I have here. I have seasoning cube that I've broken up into little bits and pieces. We love using our seasoning cube in Nigeria. I have a beautiful red onion, and I also have some scotch bonnet, garlic, peppers, and let's not forget the potatoes. So I'm gonna add my oil into my pan so that I can start sizzling. There we go. This is about 2 cooking spoons of it, and I'm gonna chop off my onions. Just add in my lamb chops, and then to this I'm going to sprinkle some of my seasoning. I'm going to add some cumin seeds, my coriander, a little bit of the paprika, black pepper, and half of my crushed seasoning cube. Give this a nice swirl so that all of those flavors can get in there. And then to this, I'm going to add my fresh thyme. I'm going to take about 3 sprigs of my fresh thyme, and all you do is from the bottom, just pull in and put your thyme in it. And we're just going to leave this to cook for a while. I'll pop a lid on it and get to cutting my potatoes. So now that my potatoes are cut up, I'm going to add it directly to the lamb. Stir this very gently so that everything will go in. We're going to put that down, adding a little bit of chicken seasoning again so that those potatoes can get it going. And then I'm going to cover this, add my peppers, garlic, and then we get to cooking. So now I'm going to add the peppers. This is a conversation that a lot of people are afraid of, whether they want to use scotch bonnet or they want to use a regular chili. Now this is hot, yes, we know. I'm going to use 1 for this dish, but you can definitely use this if you don't want it to be too hot. So now that I've chopped it up, I'm going to cut up all of this. This doesn't have any heat, but it has a nice aroma. Right, and now that we have this chopped up, I'm going to crush a little bit of garlic. I will just chop it up nicely so that it can still retain its shape. So now that we have that, beautiful. I'm going to add the garlic. Ooh, look at this, mashallah. Lovely. Look at that. That's 2 cloves of garlic. And then add my chili, bismillah, and then add my scotch bonnet. Seeds and all. Give that a nice stir. It's been 10 minutes now, so I'm just gonna add in my liquids. Now, if you want it to be like a pate, really nice and stewy and pudgety, you can add the whole of the water. But if you want to be like my version, so that the wada, meaning that it doesn't stick together and it doesn't become a nice bowl of porridge, you can just add half of that. So I'm adding half. And now we leave this for another 10 minutes before we add our peppers and our greens. To this, I'm going to add my greens. So I have some yellow bell peppers or capsicum, and I have some green ones, and I'm going to add all of them in because I want them to have that nice crunchy taste. And then I have some spring onions here, so I'm going to divide it into 2, the white part and the green part. I'm going to add the white part first. I cut them diagonally so that they could, you see, this is a bold meal. You want everything to show. And then I'm going to stir lightly so that everything will come together. Don't over stir, just quite lightly. You can smell the Scotch bonnet. It's really hitting at the wolf. MashaAllah, who want to have iftar here? So now that this is nicely stirred in, we're just going to give it a minute or two so that it will just soften just a little. Using the lid to cover it up. It's had 2 minutes to soften and this looks divine, absolutely divine. MashaAllah. Good, good. And then to this, I'm going to add chili flakes. Now, I want to add the chili flakes for a little bit of heat, but you can decide to opt this option. I have some toasted sesame seeds. I love toasted sesame seeds on this potato dish. Look at that. And then the green part of the spring onions, just a little. And there we have it, a food, a meal, an iftar fit for a king.